Small businesses nationwide are taking a big hit with COVID-19, with numerous states under lockdown, prompting shops to shift to a remote work model. I caught up with Athan Slotkin, a small business advisor and CEO of The Shadow, who discussed how to keep businesses afloat during this difficult time. Take a look. You've helped thousands of people with amazing ideas quickly adapting to creating a viable startup, but we're facing an unprecedented time with the coronavirus pandemic as stay-at-home orders have been issued. How should entrepreneurs and small business owners take these new measures into account?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, it's obviously not the greatest time for many existing small business owners. There are two kinds that exist, right? People with existing businesses, people with new ideas. For those with existing businesses, even though it's uncomfortable, it's important that they rapidly recognize that the world has shifted a little bit, right? And so that's what entrepreneurs have historically been made of, right? Is figuring out how to fit their business in. And so as a result of that, scenario planning and figuring out what possible pathways exist for how consumers are going to react and what their needs are going to be moving forward. Very, very important. I think the other news that came out, right, is that there was obviously the $350 billion in small business loans that were allocated, and it got used up pretty quickly, which I think we all heard about. And a little bit of it has been given back, and it sounds like there's going to be more money coming in. But even though there's going to be money coming in, and even if everybody gets allocated, I think it's very important to not keep your business exactly as it was if it doesn't fit the market anymore, and be comfortable and open to the idea of adjusting your business and re-strategizing, potentially even with your team, on how you can actually adapt to this quote-unquote new world that exists.
You say that for aspiring business owners that the best opportunity to start their business would be right after this coronavirus pandemic. Why is that?
Well, you have all of a sudden brand new consumer needs that exist that didn't quite exist earlier. And so there are even people coming to me and otherwise now with brand new business concepts that are fit to this new world. And so again, if you have that split, that's people with existing businesses and new potential entrepreneurs that exist, everybody has a chance to succeed, right? There's a meritocracy here as it relates to entrepreneurship. That's what it's always been, fortunately, right? But the ones that don't have a business, that just have a new idea, have the potential to be able to create right away without remobilizing what they have. They don't have the existing cost structure and assets and teams, and they can actually go immediately. The other ones have a little bit more work in adjusting, although they also have an advantage in inherent customer bases. They just have to adapt to the needs.
Now, we've discussed some tips for business owners, but what are some of the top mistakes CEOs make?
Well, it's a tough mistake right now, but not knowing your numbers immediately at the time of this, meaning there are two scenarios that exist. There's like the quote unquote normal scenario and the bare bones financial scenario that exists. But the bare bones financial scenario, many CEOs will rapidly push towards removing labor because they know that's a cost that exists in their business. And in some cases that may have to be necessary, but in many other cases it's not. There are other opportunities to keep the quality of your product at the same level while reducing other expenses potentially, not necessarily the people who help get you there. So certainly knowing the numbers, extremely, extremely crucial, and also not pragmatically scenario planning. Like, it would be really easy to deny the fact that the world is shifting in some capacity. And I think if we look at it, we already see trends. You see it in China with people who are a bit ahead of us. The consumer trends have changed, right? So as an entrepreneur, you have to be real about that and come to terms with the fact that trends constantly change. That's always the case. Now is a little bit more than maybe other times, and adapt to it versus looking at the past and staying stuck on the past.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.